Hey, this is Russ. You know what this means. Yeah, I'm still coughing. Can't get rid of it. I'll be sipping water throughout this video again, as I had been in the last ones. It's the only way I can get through it. Anyways, I was waiting for a while to try to do this video, but yeah, people are cutting grass, blowing leaves. Yeah, so let me talk real quickly about the blowing of leaves. You know, they told us to blow the leaves out, you know, what was it, 2 Sundays ago. They didn't pick it up until Thursday, although they were supposed to pick it up on that Monday. Well, they sent us a notice saying that they are going to do one more final cleaning of the streets. So that gave us all a chance to go ahead and blow some leaves out onto the street for a Sunday thing so that they can pick it up on Monday. Okay, by the time you see this video, it'll be on Saturday. It's gonna snow on Sunday, so I have to do this on Saturday in order to get everything ready for that. Otherwise, you're gonna have snow on top of it, and it's gonna be real hard to blow at that point. So I will have to go out on Saturday. Now, you're gonna see this video on Saturday. I'm actually recording this a little bit early. What is today? This is Wednesday, so I'm doing it way early in advance because I know that the holiday weekend is gonna be busy. So anyways, I already did the Thursday video, which you probably saw on Thanksgiving, and then of course this video is being done on Wednesday. I did that on Tuesday, yeah, I have to do these a little bit in advance whenever there's a holiday coming up. So I've been waiting a little bit because everyone's blowing and cutting grass and all sorts of stuff is probably their final times. And so if you hear noise in the background, that's what that is. Okay, so anyways, I got to go out and do it again one more time. But at least they gave us a chance because the leaves haven't all fallen down. And still, they haven't all come down. But a good chunk of it has come down now. So I will have to do one final cleanup and move it to the street. That's better than bagging it, okay? All right, and I'm not doing the backyard. I mentioned that before. I'm just going to leave that one alone. So that tree doesn't have that many leaves, and they're really small leaves too, so it's okay. I did that last year. I didn't do it last year either. So it's fine. Lawn service will pick it up in the spring. So, okay, so what are we talking about today? Well, I wanted to give you some updates of what's going on here and what to expect for this coming week. Now, Monday, I already told you that there's going to be the first Anything Goes Monday video. Yeah, it's going to be a product that that is not e-bike related. Now, I don't have other products lined up at this point. I've been just kind of picking and choosing things. You know, I still get requests for things, but some of these things are they're such small little items that it's not worth doing, or it's things that don't relate to anything that I have or do. So products for Mondays may be sporadic, okay? But that doesn't mean we won't do Monday videos. I just wanted to wait for the first one to happen to be a product itself. So watch on this Monday for this product. Now, let me say something a little bit about this before this product comes out on Monday, because I don't want to say it on the video, simply because it is a sponsored video, because they give you a product. I don't want to mention any of these extra things about our channel. I just want to talk about the product on Monday, okay? So let me give me some backstory before we even see that product on Monday. Let me say this, that I was waiting for stuff to come in that would be good, all right? And finally something came up and I said, yeah, I think I would do this particular product because it wasn't very expensive. It's under $100. And it's something I think all of us could really use, especially since we ride our bikes and things, okay? So I committed to do this probably about a month or so ago. And it's taken at least a month, maybe even longer. It's taken at least a month to get the product in here, okay? And our product's sold on Amazon too, so I would tend to think it should come fast. But I guess when they send products out for the influencers, they don't come from Amazon. It may come directly from the company, so they have to process all that stuff. But I'm really kind of surprised it took this long, simply because, you know, when e-bike companies ask me to do a review and I say yes, I usually see that bike within 2 weeks. It's usually pretty fast. And that's a big, heavy item. This thing is small, okay? It's not big, so it would have been easy to do. But I'm sure they have their reasons why they waited this long. Now, here's one thing I'm going to recommend that you do when you see this video. I'm going to have a couple links in the video that brings you to some other videos that if you decide to buy the product, I want you to look at those links too, because it kind of affects many of the senior people, because I know a lot of my viewers happen to be senior e-bike riders, okay? Not all you guys, but a good chunk of you guys are. And so there's some videos about the product and about the usage of this type of product that really applies towards seniors and, well, I think they said people over 65, 60, 65. We have some special concerns, and they wanted to point that out on some of the other videos, okay? So I'm going to do a fairly quick video on Monday. Probably won't be more than 3 or 5 minutes at most, something like that. And I won't have time to talk about those things, but I do want you to see those other videos first before you buy the product, if you decide to buy one, all right? Just so that you know. I just want to keep you guys safe and everything too. So, and I'm sure the company will be happy that I linked those videos for you to look at, okay? I'll probably mention it on the review, but I won't talk too much about it, because I mean, they have videos about it already, so why do that? We'll just do a product review and how I thought this product was and whether it was worthwhile doing or not, okay? So that's something I just wanted to bring up to you so that you know a little bit about the backstory, and also for you to check out those other videos in the links if you're really serious about getting something like that, and so that you can see what the safety concerns might be for seniors over, let's say 60, 65 and higher, okay? All right, it really, well, actually, it kind of applies to everybody, but they pointed it out that, you know, it might have some certain concerns for seniors and stuff. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's coming on Monday, so be sure to watch the first Anything Goes Monday video. That's coming up just in a couple of days after this video, all right? Okay, so schedule-wise, I have, of course, Tuesday's video to do too, and so I was thinking, you know, do I just turn this one off and start up Tuesday's video? But I feel like I'm just like stockpiling videos if I do that. So I really want to wait. Now, here's the problem for me. If I wait, of course, Mrs. Wright will be in the house because she, you know, she's off for the holiday weekend too. I like making the videos when I'm by myself. I really do. I feel more comfortable when I'm by myself making the videos than when someone else is in the house. Okay, now typically when she's in the house, she'll go somewhere else and let me do my thing, but still kind of feels kind of funny talking to the camera when you know someone else is listening somewhere else, okay? So I said, oh, should I just make a bunch of videos and stockpile them? I go, I don't like it. I really don't. I really like to do the videos like maybe a day or two before you see them, so then it's kind of fresh. Otherwise, you know, I know a lot of YouTubers will do videos way in advance and then they release them. I don't really like to do that. I only did that one time, and that was when I went to California to visit my sister, and I had videos for the week at that point, just so that you guys had something to watch while I was out there, because I couldn't do the uploads while I was out there. So, but I don't really like to do it. I really prefer a video to be only recorded a day or two before you see it. Then it's fresh. Yeah, that's how I think about it, at least. So that's that. Okay. So today's video really is not a whole lot of anything. We're just talking about some of the things that go on behind the scenes here at Russ is Right. Okay. Let me think of something else that would be interesting that you might want to find out about. What about the e-bike stuff? Yeah, the e-bike stuff, usually when the new products come out, at least from the existing companies that I've already worked with, they usually tell me a couple weeks in advance, you know, hey, we got a bike coming out. Are you interested in taking this bike? That type of thing. And I think the last one that was done like that was Engwe. Yeah, their E26. That's the bike I can't remember the price of it. What was that, $10.95 or something? I don't know. It was the lower price, right? Yeah, I think it was like $10.95 and had like a $50 discount. So yeah, it was a good price, right? They asked me if I wanted to do it. Let's take another one of these. Hold on. Yeah, I told them no. I said no. They said, really? Are you sure you don't want to take it? I mean, they really want you to do it because they have a relationship built with you already. They'd rather go back to the guys that they know rather than having to keep searching for new people if they, you know, I mean, they do, but, you know, it's good if they have, you know, someone that's already established with them. Yeah, I told them no. And they said, why? And I said, well, you know, it's getting colder. trying to get rid of bikes. I don't need another one coming in when I'm trying to get things out. I'm trying to clear things out, so I have some space in the house. So I said, no, yeah, it's a lower price item. I don't want it, no. And they kept insisting, are you sure? Can you do it? So finally, I just said, all right, send it to me. And then, I asked them for a step-through design, and I asked them for a certain color, and then they sent me the yellow one that was a step-over. So I was kind of disappointed. Yeah, I was like, oh, no, another yellow bike. I have a yellow bike. I had the Deer 20, and it's not even a step-through. It's a step-over. So, yeah, I was really disappointed. But it wasn't until I started riding the bike that I said, hey, this bike is actually pretty good. So I'm kind of glad I got it. Hold on. Yeah, the coughing comes up if I talk too much. So yeah, I'm glad I got it, but it wasn't a step through. The yellow was fine, actually. It's a big bike. I'm telling you right now. If it's a step over, it's a fairly large bike. Yeah. So a few people have seen it in my house already, and every time they looked at it, they go, wow, that thing's kind of big. I go, yeah, it is big. I mean, the step through would be a lot easier, but they do have step over versions right now. So anyway, sometimes I turn them down. Now, recently, I had another bike offered today. I think we're now at 101 or 102 bikes that I've simply just either ignored or just outright said no to. So yeah, the amount of bikes have gone up. Now, people look at this and they go, well, you're just bragging. You got all these bikes offered to you. I'm telling you, it's not just me. There's many other influencers too who get offered these things as well. Because when I say no, I see them on other channels. I go, hey, that's the bike they offered me, and I see that they do the review, and then I watch those reviews too. I want to see what these guys have to say about this thing, and usually they come out relatively positive. Many reviews are relatively positive, and I'm not saying that those bikes that I ignored would not be positive. It's just that I didn't see them as anything different than what I already have or have already shown from another brand. And sometimes they're brands I've never heard of before. You probably never have either. But they show up at other influencers' sites, and I go, wow, okay, they didn't want me, or I didn't want them, whichever. And it's actually, I didn't want them because I didn't respond to them. But I see it at the other channels, so I'm going, why did they take it? And I look at it and I go, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, it's not so bad of a product, but the thing is a lot of the products, they aren't so bad, really. It's just that they weren't as unique enough that I thought that, no, it's just a duplication of this other bike I have. Why do it? Now, I talked to some friends recently. I had a get-together with, I told you guys about this. I had a get-together with my brother and two of my high school friends. And they were saying, well, what are you turning away money for? You're turning away business. I go, yeah, it's kind of hard. Then they said, well, just get a bike and then, get a storage shed and store them or something. I says, well, the whole point is you don't want to take them and just store them. You eventually want to get rid of them because you can't. If you took every single bike, you got to get rid of them. You can't keep them all. It's just way too many. And so they said, get a storage shed. So, but you know how much storage sheds could be? So it could add up in money, over time. And so I said, and do you know how hard it is to sell a bike? It's not that easy. I mean, I have several bikes still available for sale. Nobody picked them up yet. But the thing is, I think it's the time of the year too. Many people, first off, you have to be local or close to me. Otherwise, you're not going to pick them up because I can't ship them. So it has to be a local person. And, if it's local and they live in the Chicago area, they're probably thinking like I would be thinking. It's winter coming up. What do I need a bike for? Let me wait until the spring. So it's actually harder to get rid of things. So now you're paying storage fees. And really, how big is a storage shed? And how much space do you think a bike takes? You wouldn't be able to get a lot of bikes inside that storage shed. All right. And so, anyway, so I told them, no, I don't take these things in. I says, if I don't think there's something different about it or special about it, I'd rather say no. Although I do sometimes I take bikes that, I've heard of before. And I said, yeah, I would like to try that bike, see what that is. And maybe they're okay, just as good as one of our other bikes or something. But at least it's something people recognize. So I usually then say maybe yes to those. Okay. So they thought I was crazy to turn away bikes and stuff. Because, I mean, you're talking about over 100 bikes now. I think, like I said, I don't know, what is it, 100, 100, 101, 102, something like that now. He said, how much are each of these bikes? And I told him, he says, well, they're usually over 1,000. So they said, you turned away $100,000. What, are you crazy? I go, I can't, first off, I can't review that many bikes. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. Nobody could do that many, all right, and do a good job at it. So really, it says, of the 100, you're really talking, let's say 50% of them you might take, all right? So you really only turned away $50,000. But I mean, it's a lot of money, I know, but, there's still also your integrity about it, I says, if I already know it's bad, or I think, I can see right here, this is going to be an issue, I'm going to take a review and just bash the product. I won't do that. I already said that. So they thought I was crazy. Maybe you guys think I'm crazy too, because it's like money that you're turning away. But yeah, sometimes there's more to it than just money. You got to keep your integrity about it, right? You don't want to take anything and just bash it. That's kind of ridiculous. So anyway, that's the difference of things that I do, I guess, that maybe some of the other reviewers don't do. So anyways, but I do enjoy watching their reviews of those products because I want to see what they had to say about it, because I recognize that those are the items that I said no to. So hold on, one more. Okay, finally, whoops, spilling things all over the place here. Final thing I want to talk to you about. Like I said, I'm recording this on Thursday, so it'd be the day before Thanksgiving. You're seeing this on Saturday. So I had to do some grocery shopping and stuff, and to go there, it was probably a good 40 minutes away, okay? Now you might be thinking, why do you go so far for groceries? Well, some Chinese products, right? So you can't always buy it at the local grocery store. You got to go to specialty shops. So I had to go a little bit further away to go to the Chinese store, pick up some items, all right? So anyway, coming back, I noticed how much traffic there was just getting back home, and we're talking around 12 and 1 p.m., okay? So I was thinking people must be getting out of work early, because they said that this year was going to be extremely busy for traveling to getting around. Now, I kept thinking, aren't they talking about like airplane travel and stuff? But no, even out on the street, there was a lot of cars. I ended up going to Costco as well. It's kind of a funny story, because as I'm heading back, okay, and I take the water with me because, I'm going to dry out while I'm driving to get there. So I'm sipping on this thing, getting there and coming back, and I'm going, yeah, I kind of need the washroom. I'm drinking too much water. So the closest thing was Costco. I said, okay, there's a Costco coming up. Let me drive there. I can go to the washroom and then head back. That place was jam-packed of people. Now, it's usually a lot of people, but this place was jammed with people. So I'm thinking everyone's buying last-minute stuff, getting ready for Thanksgiving, But, man, when they said travel is tough, they weren't kidding. Yeah, travel was tough. So anyway, that's my day on Wednesday. I mean, I do more of the grocery shopping now because I'm home more than Mrs. Wright is home, right? She's out working and working hard, and I'm kind of sitting around and stuff. So what do I do during the day? let me tell you. As you might know, I play in our worship team at church. I play guitar, I play bass, I play keyboards. But I'm mostly a guitarist, but lately I've been playing more keyboards than anything else, because two of our keyboard players are no longer on our worship team. One had a baby, and another one decided she'd rather work with the little kids and stuff in the kids area of the church. So she stepped away and decided not to continue playing keyboards. So that left us with only two keyboard players. And so our worship leader asked me to fill in to play keyboards, and I guess she must like it, because I've been playing keyboards now pretty consistently, more so than the guitar. So usually we get our songs sent to us, and so the worship leader will pick the songs out, and then they will send us a list, and then also some of the examples of how it's played. So they kind of attach a soundtrack for you to listen to, so you can hear it, right? Like whoever recorded that song, they'll send that song so you can listen to it. And then they'll give you the chords and, the lyrics and all that stuff so you can follow along. So what I do is I practice during the week on my keyboards and get ready for Sunday's service. So I get those songs typically by Tuesday, most likely by Wednesday, and then we perform it on Sunday for Sunday worship. Now, couple times I've had to fill in for people at church because something happened and was last minute, and they're scheduled to play, but they couldn't make it. Okay, I think the first time that happened, that was our bass player. Something happened; he couldn't make it, and so I got a text message early in the morning, which I didn't see because I'm sleeping through it. So when I woke up at 7 in the morning, I looked at the text message and it says, "Can you play bass?" I mean, so I've never even played the song yet because we're playing it that morning at 9 o'clock. I'm waking up at 7. It takes me a half hour to get to church. So I texted back and said, "Yeah, I can do it. Tell me real quickly what the songs are. Send me the link so I could at least listen to the songs while I'm driving to church, and then we can practice and play it." Okay. So I did that for bass, and then same thing happened on the keyboards. One of the keyboard players, something happened and she couldn't make it. She wasn't feeling well. So last minute, again, I came to church. I was ready to play guitar, and they said, "We don't have a keyboard player. Can you switch and just play it on the keyboards?" So I said, "Okay." So I bailed them out that way again. Okay. So so I guess they kind of like how I play the keyboards as well. So I've been playing keyboards pretty much now as last minute. Now, this past week, something happened to our worship leader's son. And so at the last minute, she couldn't make it. She had to bring him to the hospital. So I came to church a little bit earlier. Luckily, I did. I came in at about 8:30 in the morning. Service starts at 9. And so when I walked in, I noticed, hey, the worship leader's not there. There's no one playing guitar. So I asked the sound engineers. I said, where is she? And they told me, well, she's at the hospital with her kid. So again, last minute. So I just said, do you want me to fill in for her on guitar? And they says, can you do that? I go, oh yeah, sure. I do it all the time, right? So luckily she had her guitar at church. I just borrowed her guitar and I filled in and played the songs. I only practiced one song with her, with the team. The first 2 songs I didn't even play with them. So, but at least it was songs that I'm familiar with because we've done them in the past. But that doesn't mean a whole lot because sometimes they change the key on you. Okay, but hold on. I play mostly by ear. So if I hear something, I can play it. All right. So I'm just following everybody else. If I hear it, I play it. I do have perfect pitch for those who know what that is. So because my hearing is pretty good that way, I can literally play guitar, bass, or keyboards having never even heard the song before. So even if it was a brand new song that I've never even heard it before, if you're playing it, I can actually play along with it. Yeah. It surprises a lot of people, but I think a lot of people with perfect pitch can do the same thing, if they play by ear. And so, if I hear a C, I play a C. If I hear a D, I play a D. So it doesn't really matter to me. I may be 1 millisecond behind because you got to hear it, process it, and then strum it, or hear it, process it, and hit it on the keyboards. So this past Sunday, I filled in for her on guitar. And then later, on the second service, she did come back. So she finished off with the second service, but I played the first service to help them out while she was gone. So I do get a lot of last minute requests that way, but it's good. I mean, if you have someone who can do that, I told her that, I don't work. I'm retired, and essentially, the only thing I do is these YouTube videos. And so I says, if you ever need last minute thing, don't be afraid to ask for help. And of course, last week was the absolute last minute because we only had a chance to practice, 10 or 15 minutes with me. I didn't even practice the first 2 songs with them. I only played the last song during the practice because people are start coming into church. You can't continue to keep practicing. They're all coming in already. So it was a lot of last minute stuff, but I was able to do it. So I actually like that. I'll tell you, I seem to like the the last minute requests, because then it kind of you're kind of under the gun. I kind of work better under the gun when I'm playing music stuff. Yeah, I like the challenge of that. Okay, it came out pretty good. Yeah, most people can't tell anyway, so they figure you've been practicing with them the whole time, but I didn't practice at all. It was a spontaneous playing for the church at that time. So those are the things that I do. Okay, just kind of fill in some details for you guys of what I do. My typical week. So. And now that it's getting colder, I can't go out and ride or anything like that. We're kind of stuck in the house probably until spring. Other YouTubers are still riding, so that's good for them. Hold on. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck inside. So we're just going to be talking about different e-bike related things, and we'll green screen stuff as we go. All right. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to watch on Monday, because we will have the first product review that is not an e-bike review, and hopefully you enjoy it. It's a quickie. It won't be long. So watch that first one. If it's not for you, if you don't like those things, or you only want to watch e-bike stuff, then don't watch on Mondays. But if you just want to see what we're doing, and or products that I'm reviewing that has nothing to do with e-bikes, you'll want to watch on Mondays. And then if we don't have a product, because right now I don't have any other products lined up, then we'll be talking about other stuff, kind of like stuff we talked about just now, or my views on certain situations or topics or whatever, things that I think about, and you find out if you think the same way. Yeah, it's kind of fun. To me, it's fun. Anyway, I will talk to you guys on Monday, and be sure to watch on Tuesday for our regular videos too. Talk to you guys next time.